Hello, good evening, or whenever you come across this. And happy February 3rd. This is the day of exacting realism. And if this is your birthday, happy birthday to you. A special happy birthday and shout out to Therasia. Happy birthday to you. And yeah, I hope that you have an amazing year to come. The best one yet. So, we're going to be learning about this day from The Secret Language of Birthdays, your complete personology guide for each day of the year by Gary Goldschneider and Joost Elfers. So, let's learn about it. Month February, day 3. Your sign is 13 to 15 degrees Aquarius. You're an Aquarius to Earth sign, or I mean Sun sign, and you're a fixed air sign, not Earth sign. My bad. So the day of exacting realism. Most people born on February 3 pay painstakingly attention to the details of their profession and rate very highly on technique. They have a knack for what they do, an unmistakable ease with their minerals, or rather their materials, and the ability to take things apart, put them together, and keep them running in good order. They also have a fine sense of timing, usually picking exactly the right moment to make their move in business or in love. This latter area may be treated by them as a passionate hobby, which gets the attention of a full-time career. Those born on this day are very, very realistic about what they can and cannot do. They may or may not have genius enough to be strikingly original, but they will master every aspect of their craft. Punctuality is not their strong point, however, so one should not expect them to arrive on time. Others' time, that is. February 3 people are patient and persistent, also surprisingly matter-of-fact about their abilities. Yet as much as they seem to have it together, emotionally, they can display deep-seated problems. They may have a great deal of difficulty having any kind of normal intimate relationship, and can be scared off by the mere suggestion of it. Particularly men born on this day can fit the label commitment phobic. But both male and female February 3 people often demand highly unconventional situations, not infrequently in the sexual sphere. In regard to those earthly concerns that the average person holds dear, February 3 people have an easy come, easy go attitude. If a situation doesn't work out, they are quite capable of dropping it and moving on. As far as money goes, they seem to be lucky and capable of capable of raking in windfalls. Yet at the same time, they are likely to lose money quickly as well, or worse yet, not know what happened to it, as if it had slipped through their fingers. Most February 3 people have a large measure of trouble achieving stability and permanence in their lives, and yet a flexible lifestyle itself can provide a kind of security for them. Quick to adapt, February 3 are less threatened than most by changing circumstances and uncertainty. It would seem that living less on the surface and more on the inside might be the answer for such slippery customs. Oh, I think I said that wrong. I'm going to start that one again. It would seem that living less on the surface and more on the inside might be the answer for such slippery customers. But that is rarely the case. By dealing with facts, details, techniques, learning what works and what doesn't, fiddling about, trying, always trying, a trial and error method can become a way of life. Indeed, an understanding mate with great stability and self-confidence is needed to balance such an aesthetic yet physically demanding personality. Those February 3 people, not fated to cross paths with such a dependable individual, will usually go on their merry way, valuing their freedom more than the price they might have to pay for a permanent relationship. All right, numbers and planets. Those born on the 3rd of the month are ruled by the number 3 and by the planet Jupiter. Those ruled by the number 3 tend to rise to the highest positions in their sphere, love their independence, and will do well in their own business, and February 3 people are no exception. However, since Uranus rules Aquarius, those born on February 3 can be a bit chaotic and erratic. Fortunately, a Jupiter-Uranus connection often grants material luck. In tarot, The third card of the major arcana is the Empress, symbolizing creative intelligence. She is the perfect woman, the ultra-feminine Mother Earth nurturer, who is our dreams made real, our hopes and aspirations embodied. The Empress represents positive traits of charm, grace, and unconditional love, but also negative traits of vanity and affection, as well as intolerance for imperfection. In health, many born on February 3 are rather flaky in their attitude to health, and therefore regular checkups are suggested. However, they may have trouble keeping the appointments, either forgetting them altogether or arriving late. Indeed, a similar problem exists where keeping to a regular diet or regular exercise pattern is concerned. February 3 people often insist on being free to eat what they want when they want and resist having rules or expectations placed on them. As long as their luck holds up and a precipitous fall and a precipitous fall in spirits does not throw them into depression, they do very well with such a liberal approach. This is one of the few days of the year where a programmed attitude toward health just won't work at all. February 3 people like plenty of physical and sensual gratification, as long as there are no strings attached. Because their activities keep them busy both physically and mentally, they must avoid abusing or overusing their bodies, for problems with joints, veins, and leg bones can surface later in life. Advice: hang in there. Try to hold up your end of the deal and don't cut out so easily. A few rules never hurt anybody. Don't be frightened of feelings. We all have to face responsibilities sooner or later. Meditation of the day. Non-attachment is a good thing, but one can become attached to that as well. So, non-attachment is a good thing, but one can become attached to that as well. I dig it. All right, so if you were born on this day, your strengths could be that you are technical, detailed, and a perfectionist. Your weaknesses could be that you are unreliable, emotionally difficult, and self-indulgent. All right, last little bit for the day of exacting realism. Those born on this day. Gertrude Stein, American avant-garde expatriate poet, critic, and novelist of The Making of Americans. Felix Mendelssohn, maybe. It's Mendelssohn dash Bartholdy, a German composer and pianist. Norman Rockwell, a graphic artist and illustrator. James A. Michener, a novelist and writer of Hawaii. Carl Theodor Dreyer, a Danish film director of The Passion of Joan of Arc and Vampire. Fran Tarkleton, a Minnesota Vikings football quarterback, all-time NFL leader in career passing touchdowns and yardage. Bob Grease, Dolphins football quarterback, two-time All-Pro, led Miami to 2 consecutive Super Bowl titles, including victory over Fran Tarkleton in Super Bowl VIII. Emil Griffith, world welterweight. Welterweight? I don't know what that is. World welterweight, middleweight boxing champion. Horace Greeley, a journalist and politician. Helen Stevens, U.S. Olympic gold medal winning 100-meter runner. Art Arfons, racing car designer. Dave Davies, British rock musician of the Kinks. Lillian Armstrong, jazz pianist, singer, composer, and wife to Louis. John Hardy, a jazz alto saxophonist, composer, and teacher. Blythe Danner, film actress. Joey Bishop, a comedian. Shelley Berman, a comedian. Jacques Sustel, a French anthropologist and right-wing political leader and activist. Morgan Fairchild, a TV actress. And then lastly, we have Paul Auster, a writer, poet, editor, critic, and translator of New York Trilogy. Juicy. Well, awesome-o. I hope this could help you if you were born on this day, or for those that you spend time with, family members and friends, maybe understand a little bit about your personality or their personality. And yeah, as I said before, I wish you a wonderful year to come. And I'll link the Daily Oracle down below. Do it like you feel it and take care of yourself. Thank you for joining me. Mwah. I'll see you soon.